Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about 3 things that you might be doing that are ruining your vacation. And I'm really glad that you're here. Walter's with me because his allergies are really bad and he is having a very hard time not chewing his little feet. So we have a vet appointment tomorrow to get him on a different medicine, but I kind of have to have him like right next to me because I have to supervise. If you have a little dog and they have allergies, you know what I'm talking about. So here's what we're going to talk about today. When I worked full time, we were raising 3 kids and I only had 2 weeks worth of vacation every year. And usually 1 week was spent on family and doctor's appointments and things like that. Don't get me started. And then we usually had 1 week that was designated for vacation. And I used to do some things that would sabotage our trips, and sabotage in a way that didn't really affect them so much while we were on the trip, but when we got home, kind of almost eradicated any and all benefits of taking the vacation in the first place. And I know with a lot of us getting back to travel, today I want to talk about what mistakes I used to make, how you can avoid making them, and I hope it will make your upcoming trip a lot more restful and a lot more of a vacation and something that you will have fond memories of that will kind of get you through until the next vacation. So we're going to start with one that is not going to make me very popular, and I am well aware of that. And that is you are overspending while you're on vacation. And I used to fall into this trap quite a bit. We would plan very carefully before we left for our trip, but then while we were there, things just got out of hand. I don't know how it would happen, but all of a sudden it was like, hey, you know, you only live once and we might as well, and let's do this and let's do that. And while I was doing the spending, it didn't feel that out of control. But once I got home, and more importantly, when the visa bill showed up, it was not fun. And it actually dampened the fun I had had on the vacation because now I had these big bills to pay and I had a lot of added stress. And vacation isn't supposed to add stress. Vacation is supposed to take stress away. So one thing that I started doing when I realized that this was a tendency of mine is I would prepay for anything and everything before we left. Now, this included if we were going to a place like Disney, we used to do the dining plan, or, and this is an option for you right now, we would preload a Disney gift card with how much money we planned to spend on food, and that was all paid for before we left. Gift cards are a great way to do this no matter where you're going. If possible, if you're going to something like a cruise, this is super easy to do because you know that everything is paid for in advance. But if this is something that you really struggle with, planning in advance and having as much paid for as possible before you ever leave on the trip is really going to help. My goal was always to actually have no bill at all when we got home because everything was already taken care of. It just psychologically, as the person in our family who takes care of all the money, it was really important to me to not feel the stress of paying for the vacation after we got home from the vacation. So we would plan really far in advance. We would set aside a little bit of money every month and we would prepay for as much as humanly possible. Okay, the number 2 thing that you're doing that is ruining your vacation is you're not actually taking a vacation. Now we all are working from home, or at least we have the capability to work from home. And one mistake that I made a few times and woefully regretted was checking work email, being available for work text messages. And I love all of you, but unless you are the president or prime minister of your country, in which case, thank you for your service, there is nobody that cannot step away from their job, from their business for a few days. If you can't, you're doing it wrong. You need to hire more help. You need to have more people within your organization that can help with whatever it is that you do. And if you're in an organization where nobody takes a real vacation, be the one to change the rules. Be the one to say, you know what? Every study that we find tells us that people need a break. Their brains need a break. And I don't care if you say, I'm going to step away from the beach and I'm just going to check my email for 15 minutes. Studies show us that what that does is it takes you out of rest and vacation mode and puts you back into work mode. And it's very detrimental to whatever benefit you may be receiving from your vacation. So, think about what if you walked around all day, every day, only taking half breaths, right? Try it. The difference between a deep breath and a half breath. When you only sort of take a vacation, you are only taking half breaths. And you may feel that you're, doing some good for yourself or for your organization by not actually being on vacation when you're on vacation. You're not. It's unhealthy. It's not good for you. It's not fair to your family. And ultimately, it's not good for the company that you work for. So set up systems in advance. Be extremely clear with everyone you work with. You will not be available while you are on vacation. And those of you that are pushing back the hardest on this with me are the ones that probably need to do it the most. Okay, now the number 3 thing that I'm going to tell you, I am going to get some heat for this, and I accept the heat because I feel very passionately about this. Your vacation destination is not your home. Your home is your home. And I have mentioned this before, I think it's somewhat psychologically manipulative when vacation destinations use welcome home as their tagline. Your home is where you are the majority of the time. One thing that I used to do is we would go off on fabulous vacations. We would stay in fabulous hotels. We would come home and I would walk into my master bedroom or my family room or whatever and have this feeling of, why do we live in such a dump? So if your home is not happy for you, if your home is not your happy place, spend some time and energy making it so, even if you have to skip a vacation and use that money towards making the place where you spend every day of your life a place that you really want to spend your time. I have talked to more people since I have had my channel who will live in homes that are just, and I'm not talking about that your homes have to be all up to date and everything has to be perfect. I actually did a whole video about how to love your dated home or how to date your home. That made me laugh. But if your home is just in a state of disrepair, if you have, inadequate bedding, if things don't smell good, if things aren't clean, to where you come back from a vacation and you're like, all I can think about is when I can get out of here and go back on vacation again. That's not good for you. You spend the majority of your time in your home. Vacation is just a season of our year. And the more welcoming your home is, the more peaceful your home is, the cleaner your home is, the happier you're going to feel in your own environment. So when you go to vacation to go to a nice place and then you come home and feel like your home is a dump, that is going to make your vacation feel almost like bittersweet. It's going to make it a thing where it just reinforces these negative feelings you have about the place where you actually live your life and spend time with your family and your children. And then one last note on that, and this is kind of like, I should only ever do 3 points, but let's make this like a bonus tip number 4. One thing I used to do all the time that eradicated the benefits of my vacation was not allowing a day at the end of my vacation to kind of reset my life. It is no fun to come back from vacation on a Sunday afternoon, to have all of that laundry to do, everything needs to be unpacked, and then jump back into work the next day. And I know this, a lot of moms live by this and will always take that extra day, but I really think we all need to do this. I think you need a day to unpack your suitcase, to do laundry, to clean up your environment, to take a breath, to not have to set an alarm, to kind of do a soft re-entry back into your normal life. Otherwise, you kind of feel like you're slingshotted out of vacation back into normal life. And for me, that kind of, again, erases all of the benefits of a good, restful, and happy vacation. So actually take your vacations. Don't overspend. allow some margin, make your home a place that when you're on vacation, you're actually excited to get back from. And I think you'll find that those vacation dollars will actually have a lot more value, that you'll be able to use that vacation as the reset, as the refresh, as the thing that it should be to allow you to live the rest of your life in a more fulfilling way. I hope you like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I put out videos about once a week on this channel and also on my other channel, which is Disney focused and it's called Lefforge. And all the information on that will be down in the description box below. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're finding joy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.